Hello and welcome to another video here. This is going to be a 4v4 game on Motherlode. And starting off here, we've got myself in the teal playing Republic, and my wing I'll be protecting, I guess, is a Russian Blunt here as the red Gungans. And the other pocket on our team next to me is going to be RVA in the purple Confederacy. And then his wing is going to be Cabro, nose here in the orange. And he's going to be facing off against Hannibal Masterchef here in the blue Trade Federation. His pocket being Attack here in the green Rebels. The other pocket being Hunter here in the yellow Naboo. And then rounding things off as the opposite wing of Russian Blunt, we've got Raphael here is the grey Galactic Empire. And the map being Motherlode, you can see this giant sort of carbon, which is the trees in this game, all around the centre. And in the very midst of that, you'll have a big lake with a lot of fish in it, but you can't usually get to it unless you like dropped a worker over with transport, but most of the time that's not really that feasible. But there are occasions where the map can spawn and you can actually just walk to the centre, and it's so broken. But anyway, getting back to things, we start off with a few nerfs here, and it seems there's a Ronto, due back, another Ronto, decent amount of food there, just like 3 lures and a bunch of nerfs that you can either eat or put into a nursery. We'll see what we decide to do with that in a moment. We're going to favour that early carbon processor at the moment. But there's quite a lot that we maybe want to get a nursery. We'll see what we decide. Could just eat them all though. The nose just seems to be eating all of his rather than getting on the lure early. Probably best to get the lure early just because of the quicker gather rate. Right, nursery here for RVA. Bunch of crate dragons over here. Imagine he's going into the nursery here for Raphael. He's got his carbon up. He's already finished his dew back. He's going to be luring over the Ronto here. And I'm going to speed it up just and get through T1 because there's only so much I can say about T1. We're going to be looking at kind of the same things here for each player. Everyone just getting their carbon up, getting their nursery, getting their luring done, yada yada. And alright, we look like we're just going to eat all the nerfs though. Which is a source of a little bit of anxiety here when an enemy scout just comes shooting through and then like tries and shoots them or something. Don't want that happening. And I think we had maybe too many workers there on carbon. We've pulled a few over, put them back onto food here. And we're just chilling. Getting our food up, getting our worker count up, yada yada. I have great worries that he's a way to wall out his own Rontos. You can't see them. I hope he lures them and doesn't just wall them in. There we go, okay. The fear was there. The Russian maybe looking to do some walling of himself here. He's going to run into 2 crate dragons though, that is probably a death sentence. Is he going to get a 3rd crate dragon? Maybe. Okay. What is going on here? Oh, he's definitely lost this fight. Look at his health already. When you gave them like extra like surface area and sort of reset their attacks as well when he was walking back and forth, so they got so much more DPS. And that's a dam. Of course it's a Gungan worker that goes down there. Classic dam. And you can see that Russian maybe try to lure these crate dragons away from the point as he sends another worker to go off and wall now. Raphael not too bothered about walling too much. Well, look how easy it is for him. It's just 4 houses. Incredible, he just puts 1 here. He's gonna save a lot of carbon there, focus on getting those farms down and get a really fast T3. We got a food processor now, as we're just finishing up these last nerfs that we decided to eat. It's an interesting choice as Republic, but it's the way we wanted to do it. On our way to T2. How's everyone going? Oh, it seems to be very ahead of everyone in that regard. A Hunter. Just ahead of us. He's got it going on. That early double lure the Rontos. And I think that's about it. Yep. Just have to build up these farms now. Do you see a troop centre going down here for Hannibal Master Chef? We've got the power core with no buildings here, just exposed for no set. And might have to take a screenshot of that one. Get that in the cursed screenshots. Excellent walling there. I hope he doesn't like. What is he actually? He scouted this as well. I'm so confused. Interesting. Anyway, troop center down, no power core though. And the wall is slowly getting completed here. Really crap one here for Russian to do in comparison. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like four. Could have been 4 houses. It's apparently 6. And that's pretty much everyone getting up to T2 now. Getting the buildings down. Look at the old res around here. They're getting the spaceport here. Double carb. Anyone not gone double carb? Everyone's managed it with the farming on the go. That's the 2 buildings down, so it looks like Hunter's got a very fast T3 this game, maybe. I'm missing a little bit of food here. That's maybe a bit of the old spaceport manipulation there. Myself on the way to T3 as well. That's Raphael too. Just a way to click the button when these guys put the Nova in. Just after this worker. So everyone pretty much just having a relaxing game off to T3. There was the troop centre here, but it looks like he's not actually going to rush. It's a very short distance as well though. It just doesn't gel. Like, there's a weird wall and then these super exposed workers around this food processor. That's crazy. It's very vulnerable to attack that. Well. There's a bit of a ping here as I start to get double scout harassed by these two. By Hunter and Raphael. We'll go for the airbase. Let's see, they're trying their best to harass me here. Put a lot of workers onto building these air bases. These are the kind of things I have to endure. So we get them both up here. Annoying. So things with double air base here, obviously, and then it's going to be double air base as well. And an airbase here for attack. Seems to be getting an anti-air turret very quickly. Let's see what Nose and Hannibal Master Chef are getting up to on the side. It's certainly a cool looking base here from Nose, but it's very, very exposed. Just so much of this side. Maybe you'll need a command center here. That might make it feel a little bit better. But this wall is just nuts. Looks like Geonosian Warrior opener here for RVA. He's going to be flying across the map here. There are a lot of people with air, but if he picks his moments, he could probably get some kills because the Geos are just so devastating when they get through. But it might feel a bit slower on this map because it's just the distances between the players just feel a little bit exaggerated on this one, even though they're traversing the terrain. I find it just takes ages to go like cross map with these Geos. And I'm kind of just sitting in my base with my air. Because I know that like both of these guys are air. And my wing isn't. I didn't really want to get 2v1'd. I felt like there was already a bit of shenanigans going on with the double scout harass. So I thought they were maybe going to get up to a certain count try and lure me with one of the players, and then 2v1 me in the skies and kill off my air, and then kill me off because I need it to defend myself, at least presently. We see the strike mechs are coming in here now for Hannibal Master Chef. Mech Destroyer out for nose here, but a lot of workers having to be garrisoned. And very interesting that the first command center that's built is actually the carbon here, rather than all these exposed workers. I got some air, some strikes, harassing those here. I mean, he just shouldn't be this vulnerable, though. He could have at least one turret, or he could have his own air bases. Either or. If he's in T2, I get it, but like, he's T3. It's Motherlode. Everyone's T3. Right, he's getting a turret now. He's had to evacuate all these workers that he's sillily built over here. Completely exposed. See the air counts of these two just sort of hanging around. So they're maybe waiting for me to come out and fight them. Nope. Not falling for the tricks. I've got Russian one here. He's got 2 turrets. Be feeling safe from air. I don't know if these geos have actually gotten any kills. Oh, 11 kills, Palmer. Who did he hit? Didn't quite catch that. And these strikes are starting to snake their way into our various lands here. There's not really much else going on the map at the moment. I see we're getting prodded here, but from my point of view, I think that they're all just like hanging around here, waiting to kill my air. So I'm not taking the trades. I'm not coming out of my base. And it kind of looks like something like that is going on. See that the other pocket now has joined up with Hunter here, heading across the map to me. While we've got Raphael running around Russian Blunt's base here. Not the best coordination though. And I don't know why Raphael's went home here. But these two are now in the map, so we've got Attack and Hunter trying to raid us at the same time. But they're not too coordinated. So I'm quite confident I can pull back here in time. I'm maybe looking to do some walling up here. Get this sentry post down. So Attack the other pocket, raiding the opposing wing here. But Russian has plenty of turrets. I've pretty much told them that, you see, they're all sort of together without air. If I come out, I'm just going to lose the trade. If we lose the trade, we lose the game. Fortunately, there's not too much going on the other side, so RV is getting to do what he wants to do, his boomy thing. He's building his walls, eyeing up every piece of ore on the map, probably. It'll turn into future shield generators. Seems to be just defending those here. He does have MDs, but they're just like not in the right place. He could be here guaranteeing the wall, and yeah, he's pretty much like, wake up, help, come on. Because they can win this trade. They've got more MDs, but they've got absolutely no movement from him at all. I don't even think he operated. I think they just actually saw the units and went forward. What's he doing? They're gonna win that trade just because they've got way more MDs here. And they can get this wall and feel a lot safer. I think we're a way to go up to tech level 4. See, we're doing all the garrisoning here. We've got the research centre, and there the bar begins. We kept all our air together. We haven't lost it. Russian just chilling here in his base. He's got a few bits of military production. Raphael sneaking out of his wall here to grab up these resources. See, between him and Russian, there's a lot of Nova up for grabs. A lot of crate dragons as well. Using the air here to deny that scout. RV got this wall built up here. I'm sure that will soon become a medium wall and then potentially a shield wall. And you can see this prime area where we could be building forward stuff. Nose is going to make, what, 20 houses, 20 prefab shelters just in that prime area, that flat area, just to build a good series of production. Very annoying, really. I need to build it in this area. A little secret conclave. Yeah, I'm expressing some distrust that I might get 3v1 with air here, because there's 3 of them. With tons of air, I'll be going T4. And it's pretty much just me with air on the team. You can see the counts here. Attack going around to kill off these crate dragons. See, clicked on this one, but it died, so they're just gonna fan out around it. Wait their next command. So we hit T4, as does Raphael here, and I think Hunter beat us a little bit. It seems to be on the way as well. And I don't know where we did with our air. Imagine we've hid it somewhere, but even I can't find it. Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Well hidden. So I think I've been very overly safe this game, but probably for the best. Because if there's 3 people with air, and I lose all my air, I can't defend myself, and then I can't defend my teammates either, so... Unfortunately, I have the biggest target on my back, which helps the team, I guess, that they're all going to go for me with the air. Plus I'm me, so I often get bullied a lot. A slight anxiety that people think they need to keep me down, and, you know, maybe they think if they bully me, they won't end up in a YouTube video. So I'd be less likely to put up a game like that, I suppose. Although I've put up plenty of games where I've lost. I kind of just look for ones that are entertaining, longer games that, you know, showcase some stuff. So you can see I've got 2 armies of air around my base at the moment. I'm going to have to take the trade now. I've got my upgrades. Don't have the armor, but we do have advanced fighter here. We do have a sort of matching count. He's got a lot of reinforcements there though, so I think he's got a couple more than me, maybe 5 or 6 more fighters. But we've got him out of our base now. We've lost a lot of workers, but yeah, you can see it's reflected in the scores. We're kind of behind. And RV gets a little bit of air here from his opposing pocket, and he's like, where's the T4 air? Meanwhile, you know, trying not to die. I have to tell Russian that you're just dead, mate. He takes it well, but there's only so much I can. I got my advanced turrets now, so I can maybe move out now. I see I've taken trades here. I'm trying to catch bits that are exposed and just take really good battles that save us from losing, like, not much attrition in these battles for us, so that we can deal with the deficit count, the difference between the fighter counts between myself and 3 players. Some fighters here. I can't be everywhere though. We're taking this trade here. I think we got a slight hill advantage here. And we got some buildings and stuff that might get shot, like the sentry post. So we do win that trade. We managed to wipe the entire stack here from Hunter. He does have a lot flying across the map here at the moment. Probably about an equal count, but I'm going to send these over now and try and catch the bunch from attack here and just sort of shut these attacks down. Look at this. This guy tried to steal my ore. It's already like eating all this ore. Clean up these fighters here from attack. I just have the team feeling a lot better now. There's not really any units out on this side for these guys, but they do have the wall, heavy wall here. There's a lot of MDs, but if there wasn't a wall, these would probably just be in Nose's base and he'd be quitting. Absolutely calling him out on this. Do not take my ore. I need it. Like I need to build turrets and stuff. He tells me he needs it. Yes, he needs my ore. Already getting extra ore and Nose's ore, but he needs my ore as well. For AA. I think I need AA as well. So we've got a really ghetto economy here. Not looking too great, we're just sort of stabilised to get all this Nova protected so we can grab it up. But you can see reflected in the counts here just between me and Hunter at the moment. He's got a lot more air than I do. Then we've got attack, he'll still be making air, and then we're going to have Raphael here who's switching to ground forces against a very weakened Russian, and you can see he's coming in here now with the Mech Destroyers. And Russian, who's had his economy devastated, got a lot of anti-air mobiles, which are going to serve him absolutely no benefit here in this fight. And Raphael going to be able to sneak forward here, or snake forward here with the advanced turrets, which are going to stop me from, you know, pushing these forces away. I do get a cannon though, which is going to slow down the damage output of this army. On the other side of things, you can see that RBA here has got some artillery out. He's not got the range quite yet, but he has got the heavy artillery. And he's pushing back the forces from Hannibal Masterchef, who built that up quite early, and I don't think he's like the strongest player, so he's probably going to get outscaled by this army completely. You can see this army is just not going to gel really well. Destroyer droids are really expensive, and none of these units are really going to deal with artillery too well. On the other side of things, we've got the AMDs here walking straight into the base of Russian. And the air here from Hunter complementing that very well, as the turrets are going to get up, and he's slowly going to take more and more land away from us here, where I'm not going to be able to defend Russian here. And, you know, me and Russian are going to have to just come to an understanding that this base is pretty much lost, and he needs to, you know, get in the corner or something like that. But, you know, sometimes that's the way you have to play in these team games, is just, you know, sack it off and maybe let the other guys overcommit in some way. Because it's there's two sides to this map, and presently this other side's winning, so on our side, stalling is going to be the most important aspect. Stalling and attrition just make it really bad for them to get through this side. So you got the A mobiles coming in here as well, all the air. And as I said, the turrets are just snaking forward. And we're just moving the air around, manipulating it, and just trying to stall this army from just grabbing, well, coming too far forward too quickly. Get our Nova now. Get some temples. We are Republic. We can abuse the hell out of Jedi. It's like the best thing we've got going for us. An exodus of blurglings here running through the base, heading off to the corner. Refugees from Russian Blunt's Gungan city that is now being absolutely razed here, and yeah, the air feeling much more emboldened now as we back off a little bit, and we're pretty much just putting up the walls. On the other side of things, the shield generator pathway has begun. RVA's probably got some sort of golden ratio system of how close the shield generators need to be for peak efficiency. A bit of a surprise Mounties attack here. There's not much upgrades for them though, and they've all been rallied to one point, and I don't think they came out voluntarily. I think it's because the health of the fortress went down. So they all stacked up in one position and died to the artillery and didn't really get much surface area on this army. Plus the fact they've got shields, I don't even think they got one kill. I think all these blown up things are actually strike mechs and mech destroyers here from Hannibal Masterchef's army. It's going to be a double layer heavy wall. Unfortunately, Nose's traders are going no further. I don't think the spaceport even exists. Sorry, Russian, it's been pretty unfair. It has been unfair for us. And these guys are going to get this corner. pretty much guaranteed now that they've taken down here, so they can set up their trade nicely here, which they absolutely need to do, because look how far RV is marching forward here. Taking the power core and the shield generators up. So all this time in the game to boom, and now with all this ore that he's grabbed up and this big artillery army, he's just going to keep marching through. I see some desperation fighters here. There's a few fighters out here for Nose, but he doesn't have the shields yet. But there's a way that he could, you know, be helpful here for this army. You could deal with things like mounties and air by just making advanced fighters now. I've asked if they're okay with air over there, whether I need to come over or not. Because I do kind of want to just keep it here to look for picks and stuff. Because the biggest counter to these shield walls is going to be cannons, and I need to find a way to kill off the cannons every time. As we go for a third layer here on the wall, these units coming over and identifying what's going on. We're going to be annoying and convert anything that we see, anything we can. A little bit difficult because I need to get this Nova as well. It's limiting the surface area I have for units to stand here. Again, this army pretty much uncontested at the moment. They're trying to get some artillery out and stuff, but they're sort of fumbling there. Attack doesn't really have like a transition out of air at all here. Had some of those mounties, but that's about it. He's now making some troopers and putting them into a fortress and stuff, but there's a lot of artillery here that could deal with a fortress very easily. Probably going to need a lot of cannons to get through this wall. Or alternatively, air cruiser and just march through. March through the carbon. And talking about air cruisers, we're going to make one here. Seems to have had it in the fortress for a little bit, as it's max shields. When they build, the shield has to like ramp up. Gets a shot off there and deters that army from coming forward. And at the same time here, we've got a sortie of air from Hunter flying in here, and we can see that Nose has finally got the shields out for this air now, and he can be very helpful. And between the turrets, the advanced, well, the heavy anti-air mobiles, and the advanced air from Nose, they're going to be able to push that air away. And there's not really much to stop this army. They need to have a lot more units on the ground and a lot more shields to back it up. Seems to be a good count of units actually assembling here from Hannibal Masterchef. But not too much from attack here. Just a few troopers. There's a really big amount of mounties would do quite well during this fight. If they arrived during this fight and these units had to move back and forth, etc. It's taken RV a little bit of time to get the troopers rolling here as well. He's just starting to saturate them within his ranks. The boys here just waiting any opportunity to convert stuff. I think they can maybe reach these anti-air mobiles. Grab some MDs, getting a bit of scouting. We're just going to be annoying and grab as many units as we can. He's trying to build this fortress. We're going to attack ground here. Absolutely not. Not having that. On the other side of things, still marching forward here. You can see units on all sides here. We've got Hunter even throwing in some mech destroyers too now. Triple layered shield walls. Oh. Pain. Oh, they've got him. Went slightly too far forward there with the attack ground. If you don't know, you can attack ground and hit the anti-air turrets. Like, just out of range. It's like 3 or 4, probably like 4 shots, I think, maybe. You can kill them off. You see the cannons actually do quite well against the walls. So the cannons are a big problem. Build it. Rebuild it. Imagine if I didn't have my ore though. I wouldn't be able to do this. A lot of units here now. Hunter coming in. I can see the Mounties actually doing some work, and I did say that the Mounties would be very effective here. But what we could use is these artillery coming forward at the same time, and they might actually wipe this position. I see a lot more troopers coming in, even some troopers from Nose now as well, just to deal with this Mountie threat. There's a lot more cannons assembling here. A turret here to try and deter the fighters coming forward and killing off the cannons, and the ACs getting too forward with their shots. There's been a lot of transports, and I didn't know what these were for, if they were to maybe distract the AA or to do some like crazy drop into the base. Either or, I wasn't liking the look of them. Again, we got another attack here, the air running in, but it's just gonna die, I think, and it's not even on patrol, it's just sort of flew in. I don't know if it's trying to kill off these troopers while these Mounties come in, but there's not a lot of Mounties at all. Some normal anti-air troopers, I'm not sure what they're for. There's not really much air on this side at all. And one shield generator does go down. And through a bit of walling though, they've actually managed to get the corner, these guys. I did say we needed to get the corner, we get the trade up, and I'll just hold as long as I can here. And with the trade, I'll be able to do a lot more as Republic. Could spam those Jedi Masters. And this seems like a bit of a mismanage. The micro here for Hannibal Master Chef is he's coming too far forward out of the shields here. And there's a huge unit arc for all these artillery and stuff, and yeah, they're just going to die. Because a lot of them are hitting troopers and stuff, and they're just not trading very well at all. These guys do have good trade going, but it doesn't look like Hannibal Master Chef's actually involved in the trading. So he's kind of going to peter out with his resources here. So losing all those units is a big deal for him, because I don't think he's going to be able to recuperate those numbers. And again, looking like another AC going down for us here. Bad times, but we are stalling as much as we can. Just don't want him getting through here. There's another fortress, gonna just need a lot of cannons. I'll be remaxing here with the artillery now, get the trade going. And the Confederacy trade bonus gonna get a lot of Nova here, which can be used to buy more shield generators. Make artillery, make ACs, maybe make assault mechs. There's a lot of good things that you can actually spam as the Confederacy. It's kind of their big strength, just having all that trade Nova, turning into like assault mechs and stuff. Russian Blunt's revenge here, he says he's going to take the trade out. He's been biding his time, and at last he reveals himself to the yellow and grey player. Does kill off a power core here. Killing a few traders here. Gonna get a spaceport. This army is slowly marching back to deal with this. So one spaceport goes down. Can he get all three? If he gets all three, he will have caused some big disruptions. Looks like it might. And at the other side of things, the artillery still marching forward here, and the shields expanding, fanning out here, grabbing up more and more land. Seems like there's a bit of a proxy war going on here on the left-hand side. Bit of a no man's land here with the wall here for RBA. But he's got the cannons here. And he's got some of the artillery coming and helping out, kill off these cannons as well. So it looks like he's going to win on this side. Take this fortress down from attack, and then he might be able to wipe this off. And this area in terms of trade is going to go down, and they'll only have this side now. And here we've got this like little secret backup wall here, and we're using a transport to move things around, and a very limited space. And the fortress does go down here. Some troopers coming out on the flank. Picking off a few of these units. Ugh, I've been talking too much, feeling a little bit nauseous here. More AC shots. I see it's actually from Raphael here. He's killing off some of this carbon, which is going to create a gap in between the walls. We're using this position to convert the anti-airmobiles under the army, though when we kill off the ACs, so he doesn't actually get to complete this, and the wall does stand, just barely. And Noah's getting online here now, getting some troopers to saturate this army, which will allow RVA to just focus on making artillery. Uses population for just traders and artillery, cannons, etc. And of course building all these shield generators. Another AC here. Converting some of the units, just being annoying, slowing things down. Still got the wall. I think we're just going to walk forward and just kill this. Yep. Leave me alone. You can see we start to get the traders on the go. 50 workers at the moment. 50 merchants. And it seems a little bit of a slow march in here, but you know, they are making ground. There's a few units from Hunter here, but it just never seems like they've actually gotten good amount of units to counter this army. It's always been little amounts sort of trickling in. Whereas I think if they did get a very coordinated flank, they could probably wipe it and do a huge amount of damage to it. Some Jedi coming in here from attack, converting some of the units, but they seem to be dying quite quickly to the upgraded repeater troopers from the rookies here. And we're catching another air cruiser over here on the right hand flank. If he's maybe trying to sneak forward and kill off these rocks. The army's almost entirely anti-airmobiles at this point. I think what they really need of it to deal with this army is just like assault mechs. Just more traders and assault mechs, and they can deal with this very easily. Instead, there just seems to be a lot of mech destroyers getting funneled into artillery. Artillery and troopers, which do really well against them. And AC going to sneak across here. And it is going to take down the wall. Panic. The wall's gone. We do have these air cruisers sitting here. I've got this backup advanced turret just waiting for this moment. So I created this zone where I can stop units coming in. And anything that does try to come in or trickle in small amounts, we're going to convert it. And we're going to build a new wall now. Shield walls are stronger than carbon rocks. And now that we've got the trade, we've got this like Nova income, because we never actually got to finish eating all this, we can start getting more and more Jedi. Get up to a real critical mass. Some Jedi coming in here from Hunter, converting some of these buildings. There's a few bounty hunters here now though from RV8. He's kind of prepared for this. With the troops that are saturating in from Nose and the +2 artillery coming in now and taking off some of the brunt from him, allowing him to remax into something that's just a bit more substantial. And if they do get pushed back a little bit, they've got all these shields that they can fall back on, static defense, etc. A lot of that land is sort of gained. It's going to take a lot to remove them from that side. Oh. Excessive. We're constantly about some A-wings here from attack, but not really much else. I think what these guys just needed was just like assault mechs and Jedi, and maybe to wipe this army very easily. Mounties, assault mechs, Jedi, just that sort of combination. Bounty Hunter's getting a bit too close there. The AC's firing at them, a lot of them's got half health, but I think this fortress is finally going to die. It served us well, but down it goes. And another AC being killed off here by the converted anti-airmobiles, and yeah, a lot of them being killed off as well by the AC shot. The Jedi is super frustrating to play against, well, especially on a map like this. And it's almost kind of like having this bit here, because it's like a choke point of death, right? If you come in, I'm going to shoot you with the ACs, but it lets my Jedi walk forward and convert things. It's actually better than a wall, I think. It's basically just a little killing field. And again, these shield generators march farther forward. About 14 or so of them. And again, we're going to convert the anti-airmobiles, and there's no purge, so they do get these shots off onto the air cruisers. And he's trying to shoot the Jedi here. Alright, looks like the trade is still going. Russian arriving here with some assault mechs. Just reinforcing this side if they ever do try to break through. Some AMDs sitting out here as well. Just some A-wings from attack here. Not really going to do too much against this, are they? Just the odd troopers funneling in. Yeah, they're just not a lot of units, and trade not looking too healthy. I wonder how long this guy's been going about killing things. How many kills does he have? If only his command and conquer. Probably be like Field Marshal. Grand Bombard right here. Because I bet he's got a lot of kills. I mean, we've already just witnessed 4 as we started talking about this. Imagine this been going on for like 15 minutes. These assault try to come forward. Getting shot at by the ACs. All these transports are going to like try and tank potentially. Confused. Not really anything coming with them. Scouting transports. I convert them. Convert them and send them back. And some masters here. I'm going to try and convert those maybe. Got to dodge these AC shots though. AC a good counter to the masters. Again, nothing really stopping this army. It's still surging forward, and a lot of nose units here now. A lot of artillery, a lot of troopers from the Wookiees. A very strong combination. Building more walls. A couple of assault medics, but it's kind of too late now. They had a good window to kill all this. Oh yeah, he doesn't have the upgrade for the troopers in the command center. Missing like 30 health and some armor and regen on the troopers. And the trade looking very healthy. Still going here, but it just seems to be Raphael and Hunter here for the trade. And this guy's still going. He just must have millions of kills. Like, he's probably half of those. I wouldn't be surprised. Still got the standoff here on this side as they march through uncontested, and they just need to get to the trade, and that would be the game. But they might give up before then because it's looking pretty hopeless. So many units here from RVA and Nose, and so many shield generators. It's 14 last I looked, but it's probably about 20 or so now. And more attempts for these bounty hunters and strike medics come forward, but this position almost unbreakable. We start to put like advanced turrets in awkward angles to try and deter the ACs. That's me saying I'm going to send off some masters to that side now as well, since I've just got so many. Just in case they start getting pushed back. I only need a handful here. Many idols. And again, the march continues. was being converted there. ACs taking shots when they can for both players. Oof, big explosion there. We do lose one of the ACs, but a lot of anti-air mobiles going down. It does look like we got purge here, so we're just deleting things now. So we got the same. Oh, some assault mechs now. Do quite well against this army and their shields. They are hitting troopers though. Let's say are my Jedi. There they are. Took their time. Just in time for the assault mechs. And Raphael calling GG here. The team had enough here. I think we just converted some of Hunter's Jedi here. Yep. And they're gonna call it quits there. So interesting game that. That is the power of stalling with Republic OP in that capacity. The Masters and all their crazy conversion range, shield walls, and the power of building shield generators as well. It's about 20 shield generators. From here to here. A lot of units. Anyway, if you like the content, please consider liking the video. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. If you want to get involved in our GBG games and stuff that we play on voobly, we sort of organise those on the Discord, which you can find at Discord invite link down below in the description. If you want to support the channel in another way, perhaps buy me a coffee, you find a PayPal link where you can donate down there below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.